Hi guys, I'll be presenting my recommendation on the ethical dilemma described in the case Causing Deaf Children. In this case, some prospective parents have used pre-implementation genetic diagnosis, PGD, to intentionally select embryos that will be deaf so that their children share their own characteristics. While this reflects a desire for cultural continuity within the deaf community and for the parents, it raises serious ethical concerns from a bioethical perspective. Like, is it a really good thing or a really bad thing? I'd say it's a bad thing. And what bioethical principles are at stake and any conflicts between the principles? I'll be discussing that in this presentation. The bioethical principles at stake are non-maleficence. So this is like a do no harm. Basically, what we're doing here is deliberately causing harm to the child. Basically, deafness can cause a significant reduction in the child's ability to interact with the world without interventions, and this really defeats the purpose of a non-maleficence bioethical principle. Second one would be beneficence. We aren't promoting well-being of the child. Basically, we're causing harm to the child, and we're not promoting their well-being. We're causing the deafness, and that's not promoting anything good for the child. Autonomy, there's two types of autonomy in this case: parental autonomy and the child's own autonomy that they're not able to make a choice in. Did the child have a choice in this decision? Not in this case. And while autonomy supports like reproductive freedom, including the parents' rights to make decisions about having children, it has to be balanced against the right of the child who cannot consent to purposefully being disabled. And the last thing that I'll be talking about in terms of bioethical principle is justice. The child really needs the fairness and equal opportunity to make their own choice or decisions and such. And this, basically, creating a child with a disability will limit their access to opportunities in society structured for the hearing majority. And this causes a lot of inequalities and such. And did the child have a choice in all these decisions that are occurring? No. So those are the bioethical principles at stake. What are the conflicts between the principles? The main issues between the principles are autonomy, the parental autonomy, and beneficence and non-maleficence. Like, the parents have a right of their own autonomy, but does it really outweigh the obligation to avoid harm and promote well-being for their child? Um, I don't think that is the case. Like, while the parents may kind of want to wish to pass on cultural identity, the right of autonomy does not ethically outweigh the obligation to avoid harm and promote well-being for the child. My recommendation is to discourage and restrict the use of PGD to intentionally cause harm by selecting for disabilities like deafness. We should not have the healthcare system promote PGD for preventing disease and impairment. We should have the healthcare system promote PGD for preventing disease and impairment, not cause it. This would align best with non-maleficence, beneficence, and justice. Vaughan describes it as the deliberate engineering of a disability may amount to a failure of moral responsibility to a future person. And basically what this kind of means is there needs to be an ethical limit in reproductive technologies. It isn't right to cause these issues at hand for that. And yeah, that's pretty much in regards to recommendation. And my conclusion to this all is that while cultural identity is valuable, and I think that everyone is entitled, and well, while cultural identity is valuable and everyone is entitled to their decisions and such, I don't think it's ethically justified to deliberately create a disability for an individual, especially for children that cannot advocate for themselves. And yeah, that's pretty much it in regards to my presentation. Thank you guys for listening.